All right, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Randomizer Tournament. We are in the knockout stages, the round of 32, and it is game number 2 between RedBirdGrad and Ellendar. And as you can see, Ellendar is up 1-0 in this match. If Ellendar wins tonight, they will move on to the round of 16. RedBirdGrad must win this one, or he will be eliminated from the tournament. Hi, everyone. I'm LZ Cards Fan 23. Joining me on commentary is Trenton. We're just about to get underway. What are you going to be looking for in this match?
Oh, we got a lot we're looking forward to. Redbird has maybe been questioning himself a little too much. We'll see if he sticks with overthinking it, if he sticks to his basic plan. But he's a little worried about how he played the last round and maybe dug dungeons too much. So, is he going to dig? Is he going to gamble?
All right, we see wooden arrows comparable to vanilla at 81 rupees as we're going to get everything lined up. That appears to be a door repair penalty. If you're going to find it on 0 when you have those 9 door repair penalties. We have the wand as the ladder item on the coast, so not an essential item. You may see runners go after it if it's a heavy combat seed, as Ellendar will be the first to find a dungeon behind this Armos. It's level 4, and as you can see on Redbird's side, we do have Wizrobes in the overworld.
Well, when they're in the overworld, they're not going to be in the dungeons. That's the only good news.
Absolutely. So,
there's the bow is the Armos item. That's a nice find.
It's funny, we were kind of alluding to that during the pregame show, that the bow was kind of the item that was the demise for RedBirdGrad in game number 1. Picked it up, and it turns out it wasn't required to take down any of those possible Goma blocks. So now that both of these runners have the bow, you would imagine early on, how is this going to come into play in terms of combat, routing, decision-making, etc.?
Well, Laz, seeing the Dark Nuts on the overworld, there's going to be nothing in the dungeons that the bow can't kill.
Exactly. That's definitely going to give them an advantage. But look at the prices there. Everything has gone up, 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 up. Blue ring at 252, a 50% markup on bombs at 30 rupees, and near the maximum price of the blue candle at 78. We haven't found any money yet.
No money. Haven't found one of those choose any caves yet that we would like. Redbird just saw the bow. Has to actually snipe it out of this screen.
That's going to be difficult. Can he do it? Yes, just in time before he got picked off by the orange Wizrobe beams.
Yeah, kind of a double whammy when it's the Darknuts and Wizrobes on that screen, and you got to get to the one space because they both frustrate your movement in completely different ways.
So we are starting at the vanilla level 8 location. Ellendar finds that same door repair penalty at 0, so that's always good to find. We have to presume that's the door repair penalty. Of course, I've seen stranger things happen. Here's another door for Redbird, and we've got a nice cheap bait at 47 rupees.
We'll see how the money is, but right now I think our runners would really like a weapon of some sort.
Ellendar vanilla level 2 finds the first money, and hey, it's a laws approved large, 117 rupees. Wait just a minute. Second time in 3 nights, something's wrong with this randomizer.
Well, it's an 8-gen blessed seed, so this is what Adaginos gave us tonight. And
okay,
I'm not a big fan of early arrow purchases.
I was going to say 28 too. Dang it. They changed my mind. I was going to say 28 for the medium, and I changed it to 27. It was 28. So yeah, there's the catch. That kind of counterbalances the nice large.
Laz, I don't normally go for early arrow purchases, but with the bow, I absolutely would with this 100 rupees.
Agreed. And you might see a candle purchase for Ellendar as well with those 117 rupees. But I would agree, go after the wooden arrows first. You've got the bow and arrows. You'll do a lot of combat in dungeons. So we'll see if Ellendar decides to make that play. Go for those 81 rupee wooden arrows. Redbird is going to find that potion shop. Nothing doing.
And where is our stabby stick? We need ourselves a wood sword. We've still got, of course, the waterfall area, Death Mountain area, and haven't gone over to Vanilla Start yet.
I haven't seen Wood Sword be at Vanilla Start all commentary this season. I don't think we're going to see it there either. Give me a potion shop next to level 9.
See, I feel like that's one of the more common spots. I'm going to go all the way southwest.
Ooh,
that's a little less common.
The second forgotten spot. I like that guess, Trenton. Oh, and Ellendar's picked off by, I would imagine, the Wizrobes there at the vanilla level 5 location. Redbird gets there and sees level 6.
That's probably good information both ways for Redbird. You're not upset about finding a level for Ellendar. Not having level 6 right now, not really a big deal.
Yeah, Redbird's going to explore in case maybe he sees a staircase. Instead, he sees Patra Wayne guarding that shutter door. Redbird will have to exit level 6, come back when he's got some kind of permanent weapon.
Is this arrow purchase time?
No! Now he's changed his mind. Gonna purchase the
There we
arrows.
go.
And Redbird finds our first bonus cave of the match, and it's at the waterfall. Now gonna check the vanilla level 5 location. Good luck trying to get through.
And both our runners now have a weapon.
Oh, he's gonna get there too. Very nicely done by Redbird. Unfortunately, it was nothing but a door repair penalty, and he's gonna up a yikes. All that for that. But we're gonna check the vanilla level 8 spot, and we find a potion shop.
You get nothing, good day, sir. Now, the nice thing about these arrows is they're going to do plenty of work, but if you're going to do plenty of work with the arrows, you're going to spend plenty of money to do it.
And our door repair penalty is 23 rupees, and Ellendar goes back to start again.
Those deaths, individually, they're not that bad, but what am I trying to say? When you add them all up, it starts to hurt.
I believe the operative word you were looking for was cumulatively.
Yes, just very tongue-tied tonight.
And no problem at all. It is a tough word, easy to get tongue-tied. Another death, unfortunately, for Ellendar. Redbird found that large secret. We'll see if he decides to go after those wooden arrows himself. And it looks like he is. 81 rupees is plenty. Now, will he go after the bait? No.
Yeah, probably want bomb money instead right now.
Makes more sense because it is expensive to purchase bombs here. Yeah, I'd like to call this seed, this is an above average money seed pending the small secret, but I would not declare this a big money seed. Ooh, level 2
You
found
gotta
by
get over
Redbird.
120 on the large secret before you say big money.
Well, you need a good medium to go with that large as well for me to call it a big money seed, but Redbird finds a key here in level 2 and is able to yoink it away from that two-headed Gleeok.
So again, as we commented before, you're going to be able to do a lot in these dungeons with any weapon. Ellendar with the arrows would be able to do more than just the blue candle can here, but got Lionels in the dungeons. That was expected when we saw the Dark Nuts and Wizrobes.
Yeah, and there's the map here for level 2. It is not segmented, and it is 17 rooms. A fairly healthy level 2, and another overworld death for Ellendar. Trying to get some exploration in. Just can't do it right now. And that is going to be all for Redbird. Not really any other resources apart from the bow and arrow and the candle.
Yeah, I think he could have cleared that with those bow and arrows. I'm a little surprised he turned away. Because so far you've got the floor drop item. So you've got that to pursue.
And for all you know, it could be the white sword. There's our 4th of the 9 door repair penalties. Do I hear 5? Nope, that is our take any roads. Let's see where they take us. Ooh, one to the southwest corner. That's a very nice spot.
Well, there goes my guess on the wood sword.
One not all that far away, so that kind of loses its luster. And one towards the middle, C-.
Well, there's 2 open caves right here, so this is a good time to check for sword.
Ellendar finds his first bonus cave. This one near start.
Oh,
is gonna go
Redbird's
ahead
trying
and
for bombs.
Oh, yes, because the blue Octoroks are in the bomb-dropping group. They are in the 1, the 6, and the 8 of the global counter, and each group has a count of 10. Letter has been found by Redbird. Another large secret for Ellendar. So that's 2 out of the 3. We have the distribution being 7 medium secrets, 4 small, and 3 large.
We've seen the 1 bomb shop so far.
And there's the last of them already. 9 minutes in, we have found them all.
That's not good for your ring buying hopes, so Maybe they'll get a red ring. Maybe they'll just have to do it all the hard way, but this is going to be a little more forgiving in the dungeons, usually with Lionels instead of Wizard's.
That's hard to say as Ellendar nearing the vanilla blue ring spot. There's the sword, but not the sword they're looking for. That's the magical sword. That'll do 4 HP of damage, but we need anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts in order to pick it up. We have a staircase, and small secret, hey, Trenton, don't spend it all in one place.
Is that a dare? Challenge run?
Yeah.
You might be able to buy a heart.
You might. I always like to say that when the small secret's either 1 or 2. I'll always say don't spend it all in one place. That's just kind of my lawsism, as it were. Ellendar going to fill up here at the fairy fountain here at the Dead Woods. So between that, yeah, I'd say it's I'm downgrading it. It's an average money seed now. It's an average money seed because of the bad, medium, and small. It's average money.
Yeah, it's definitely a good large secret, and you can do plenty with that. However, because of the incentive to buy those early arrows, you almost kind of have to take money away for that.
Definitely, as Redbird finds his final large secret, so now he would have enough to purchase the blue ring if that's what he wants to go for. I don't see him making that move, and actually, yeah, 254 would be enough if he decided to make that play. I personally don't see him doing that.
You'd have to run across the shop first. And now he's probably not going to have enough money. But I'll say what I've said every other time. I've yet to do one of these races, come in here in the post-race, and have a runner say they regretted buying Blue Ring.
Yeah, totally. Here's we find level 1 and a heart container on the floor for Ellendar. Now remember, hearts, except for the coast heart, are not in the shuffle. So each of our 8 dungeons will have a heart container somewhere on the floor. And you won't be able to do a Canana key in this situation, but does get a key as a drop from the Aquamentus anyway, only to find another locked door and a Dig Dogger potential block.
Only if it's an item.
And that's all for now. Ellendar will come back later.
So Death Mountain is now starting to look like it's our sword area. I think we got to everything else. We've got Grave and Death Mountain.
True, the Grave,
and
level 6.
Actually, Vanilla 1. That could be sneaky.
We haven't checked Vanilla level 1. That's another door repair penalty. We're kind of plucking these early here. Now Ellendar finds the Take Any Roads. Redbird has now found level 1. Now he has 1 key that Ellendar did not have, so Redbird might have a better chance of getting this taken care of, but he finds Patra Wayne, wants no part of it. And that is a potential staircase push, that broken triple bar room, so that could be a problem for our runners.
He also has 4 bombs, so there may be a wall he's able to open up that Ellendar did not.
And does find another locked door. Level 1 is tend to have a lot of locked doors, and we find the map, and that is about as linear as it gets. It's almost like a racetrack.
Yeah, maybe.
Now this 14 room level 1, and we find a Dig Dogger, get a potential drop here, so that could, again, we might have another Dig Dogger in another potential staircase room. It's looking like something's going to be required, be it sword or recorder, so this is looking a little bleak.
Yeah, very high chance of needing a recorder now. There's our Triforce, at least.
And Redbird is going to pick it up. I thought he might have tried to go after the Canana key there, but...
he could go back for it. It may have just been too hard to do it with the Triforce, or he may just write this off and say, I need the recorder first.
He is going to write it off. He is exiting out of level 1. So both of the items are still unclaimed here in level 1. But now Ellendar is going to check Death Mountain. He does have to get through a lot of nasty enemies. Dark Nuts and Wizrobes and Levers. Level 6 has another door repair penalty. There's our first casino. Redbird, with all that money, not going to play.
One of the things you got to remember on a screen like this is
Nice
it's not
use of the
just getting
candle.
past these enemies to go up the ladder. You've got to come back down at them.
Yeah, coming back down is the difficult part when you have all those kind of enemies guarding. And when your start spot is right there, when you have the full start shuffle, that's the worst. Let's see, do we have here? We know where our staircase is on Ellendar's side. It is the 5th Armos, and Wooden Boomerang in 4 hearts is not enough to pick up Lord Banana.
And sleep well, Banana. You will not be picked up tonight. Because no one's coming back for that on the heart check. It's one thing if you can get it while you're there, but you're not coming back for it.
There's a medium secret pickup for Redbird. Again, all large secrets have been claimed in this seed that quickly. So now it's all about trying to find where that sword is. And my guess of Potion Shop next to 9 is looking better and better. I think that's where it's going to be.
It is. We've got that, or the game's going to pull a big troll on them, and it's going to be at Vanilla 1 all along.
Yeah, that would be something, because neither player has checked Vanilla Level 1. And sometimes that tends to be a forgotten spot, too, just depending on where start is. You know, Vanilla Level 1 is kind of far away from Vanilla Level 8. Oh boy, Ellendar in trouble. Gonna need a screen scroll, or he's gonna pay the piper here, but he's gonna just try again. Got a screen scroll. There's the blue ring shop. Nothing doing there for Redbird, and we got to watch out for these rocks. Ooh, close call there for Ellendar. Got to get past one more. And blue Wizrobes cleared into the door. No sword. I guess it is Vanilla Level 1, Trenton.
And Ellendar had to do all those exploration without bombs, so a bunch of spots got orphaned. There's no level up there. That could be a big deal.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did find level 7 behind the potion shop next to Vanilla Level 9. Meanwhile, Ellendar now going to find about that door repair penalty. Gonna lose 23 more rupees. Oh! Is able to get the bomb hole off, but not before getting zapped from behind. Back to start Redbird goes. And that could route him to the right direction.
You would probably want to walk that way for screen scrolling across to Death Mountain anyhow, so yeah, I think this should get him on that path. Plus there's Candle Row, which we haven't visited.
Right, but sword's not going to be there because you had to purchase the candle. Now, had the red candle been the Armos item, then the sword being behind a burn bush could have been a logic at that point.
No, but there's still choose any's and other levels that should be found.
True. As Ellendar finds a casino, nothing doing there. And Ellendar's probably going to go to Vanilla Level 5 next. Remember, Ellendar took a death before they could get to the door. And Redbird is checking Candle Row, finds the quote-unquote hint shop one screen below it. And I say quote-unquote because in these flags, it's 100% community hints as Redbird finds another bonus cave, picks up the heart container, and is up to 5 hearts. Ellendar finding level 6, and the enemies insist that Ellendar stays there.
This is exactly what Redbird needs to be doing right now, from our perspective. Because this should take him right up to 1.
And doesn't want to deal with these enemies. You certainly can't follow them. He's looking for a breakaway. As Ellendar finds a bonus cave, going to pick up the heart container. Both of them at 5 hearts. We find another small secret for a paltry 2 rupees. And yep, Redbird on his way to Vanilla Level 1. 2.5 hearts left. What's guarding it? Oh, everything but the kitchen sink. But, oh, no! What That's a terrible time for that!
I think he's still going to go back because it's the same logic. That's en route to going to where you want to screen scroll to Death Mountain anyways. So for his 2 remaining spots, that's the closer one.
By the way, I want all of those players on the Packers defensive line for this season. Just saying. That was really good defense there by the Wizrobes. Man, you hate to see it if you're on Redbird, Team RedBirdGrad. But you love to see it if you love chaos.
Well, as Adaginos points out in chat, we've got the death count really adding up between these 2 runners. And like I said, it's not that any individual one is costly, but when you start stacking up numbers, those runners are going to feel it, and the pressure is just going to get more intense as they go along.
All right, Ellendar going to fill up here at the fairy fountain at the forest. Redbird going to, oh my god, got bopped twice by the Gibdos there, and he's got to do it on the first try. Everything that hits him is going to take him down for the count. And nice use of the candle to get by.
Oh, yeah.
And there's the wood sword. Redbird probably feeling a little bit dismayed because he could have gotten there a couple of minutes sooner. But as it stands, he is going to be the first of our 2 runners to get the wood sword. But Ellendar not that far back. But going to check the burn bush first. Casino, nothing doing.
Orange Reserve's not going to be kind on their HP, but hey, we got
no!
a sword. It's time to get into levels.
And Ellendar can't even get to the screen, takes a nice cold hug from those Gibdos, and is sent back to start again. Boy, what a nasty overworld this is.
It's unfriendly because even the screens that aren't absolutely terrible, you can't rush them. You can't rush those Gibdos. You typically won't take damage from them, but you've also got fireballs being thrown in your face. That's not nice. And you just gotta be careful on those screens to get through with enough health in the hard ones.
Both a recorder and a ladder block at this portion of level 4, and now Redbird gonna have to find a different path. Gonna use the last of his keys to go north from start, and we find some Dodongos, so he could top out his bombs at 8 potentially here, and we do have a shutter door on the right, which means a potential Kananaki chance.
This is a little tough to do it with.
Oh, so close. Yeah, the problem was the Dodongo was guarding that door, and even though it's swallowing the bombs, the hitbox still counts, and that's why Redbird was not able to get the Kananaki there. If the Dodongo would have been a little bit further to the right or left, could have gotten it then.
Throw some rupees, and your wish will come true. Well, there's a lot we can throw rupees at when we've got the bow.
All right, another chance here. We've got a lot of Dodongos. This is like Jurassic Park here in this level 4. Yeah, that's the thing, is that single Dodongos act as a boss, and the trio of Dodongos respawn. Single ones do not respawn. And there's the last of the large secrets for Ellendar. So 21 minutes in, both of these runners have exhausted the 3 larges. So there's your map for level 4.
Kind of looks like somebody bending over, holding a tray.
It's about a 19-room level 4. It kind of looks like Gru holding a pistol.
Freeze tray!
Yes! Nailed it. There's the staircase with the item for Redbird, and it's the recorder. And
Next
remember,
destination, level 1.
That is a huge find because, yeah, there were a lot of dig doggers in that level 1, and they could be guarding our items. So that is a huge, huge find for Redbird. In addition, remember, at least one thing, whether it's a level or a white sword item, must be guarded by either the recorder, the raft, or the power bracelet. At the very minimum 1. It could be all 3, but at the very minimum 1.
And is level 4 going to be nice to us on keys is going to be another big question. Right now, Redbird's been able to get 2 of them stocked up.
Meanwhile, Ellendar still tried to do overworld exploration, trying to find that sword, and the longer Ellendar goes without finding it, Redbird can really extend that lead. And there's the Triforce for Redbird. That's 2 Triforce pieces on the board, and that is going to wrap up level 4 for Redbird. So Ellendar refilling the health at the fairy fountain again, and I think Redbird is heading for another level, but hoping for a bomb drop from those Gibdos, and it's like, you know what? Never mind.
I feel like this was a seed that set you up to do some swordless work. We had those bow and arrows, we had the candle, and a lot of enemies in the dungeons that could have been wounded by them. And instead, it kind of feels like the early game was dominated with overworld exploration.
Now here's Ellendar.
That may be one you come back to rethink, and why wasn't I in dungeons instead? Ellendar's going to grab this sword, though.
Yeah, not going to be happy about it either. When you find it 23 minutes in, you've got to figure you're behind, and Ellendar is, in fact, behind. Picked it up 4 minutes after Redbird did, so and neither player can feel too good about how slow it took them to find the wood sword, but it is an advantage right now for Redbird as he goes back into level 2. Now, Ellendar checking Candle Row.
A lot of things have added up in this early game that both of the runners are going to be feeling pressure and saying, I'm up against somebody that good. I'm up against RedBirdGrad. I'm up against Ellendar. They're both thinking that on the other side, and they're saying, there's no way they died this many times. There's no way they didn't get that sword 10 minutes ago. They are feeling so much pressure on themselves right now.
Another bonus K for Ellendar, and that is now 6 hearts. Both of the runners are guaranteed to pick up the wooden boomerang, which, again, as you mentioned, Trenton, probably not going to go back to pick that up. It's nice to have early, especially against dig doggers, but usually by the time you go back to wanting a boomerang, you're already much more well-equipped, you know, with a wood sword, a white sword, more hearts, maybe a ring. So at that point, a boomerang becomes far less desirable, and it just clutters up your inventory. RedBird did find a heart container on the ground, so that may be the heart container that is, you know, the dungeon heart container. It could be our coastal heart container. We won't know until we find another drop. Well, there's bombs. That's nice to find when you only have 2 bombs.
Yeah, level 2 is cooperating so far, but it has a habit sometimes of chewing up your keys as RedBird runs into another locked door.
And usually level 2 is full of bomb holes, but here it's like level 1, a lot of locked doors. So RedBird is going to use that logic and hope he can bomb to the left here in this room, and presto, as Ellendar's now in level 1 with the wood sword, is going to try to take down Patra Wayne.
And this Gliok definitely a drop room, so how is it doing on HP?
Looks like it's rolling up potentially.
That's already 8 without a head going down. There we go.
Yeah, it's 10 and 6 in the vanilla game. There's a key drop, so that Patra did not have our item, and RedBird unfortunately comes up empty against that Gliok. Uh-oh, we have got a Goma, but luckily we have the bow and arrows. But did it roll up or neutral? It did not roll up.
And Ellendar is in level 1, so we got some divergence. RedBird was not able to get either item out of here earlier, but did not have a sword at the time, so that's an important distinction as Ellendar digs this one.
Yeah, if there's something like a power bracelet or a ladder or a raft, it could turn the tide in Ellendar's favor. There's the compass for RedBird. Now he's not going to know where the Triforce is. It's in the far southwest corner. Now Ellendar sees this extraordinarily linear map.
Yeah, compass not mission critical in level 2, but, you know, doesn't hurt to know that this is the Triforce room, and more than anything tells us it can't be the item room.
There's a lot of stuff going on, and yeah, RedBird's gonna lock that room in place, and oh, we have a dig dogger, but luckily RedBird has the recorder, and I would imagine he's gonna go for the double bomb strats, but it could roll up, because remember, enemies could fall in the variance of plus or minus 2 HP, and that includes bosses and Ganon, but 2 bombs is enough. No drops still.
It's being elusive.
Maybe it's in this blue Garria room. We've seen a lot of broken triple bars here in this level 2.
We have seen a heart container so far in 2, and we see Ellendar in level 2, having given up on 1 with no keys.
Yeah, I ended up being key blocked, unfortunately. And do we have a drop here in this? Hey, is this seed even randomized?
The magic boomerang in level 2, and that's going to send RedBird to get his Triforce and move on.
Yeah, yep, just needs to take care of these last 2 Lionels here. Now, what, the blue ones, I think, rolled down to 4 HP, but the red ones, it looked like, rolled up to 6.
All right, RedBird, couple Triforces on the board. Doesn't have the items out of 1 yet, and that really has to be looming now. He's got the keys that he should have no trouble with it, and has the recorder to deal with those dig daggers we saw. 2 items in this one, and we're running out of places for useful items to be.
Yeah, no question about it here, and there's the heart container for RedBird. So that's 8 hearts now versus Ellendar's 6. There's the compass for Ellendar. RedBird does not need that compass out of level 1. He's already got the Triforce, but now here is the Aquamentus fight. It rolled up to either 7 or 8.
Again, this arrow is doing white sword damage.
Yep. They do 2 HP of damage, or white sword damage, as you mentioned. The silver arrows do 4 HP of damage, or magical sword. Unfortunately, Ellendar dies in the Triforce room, and there's the raft as our item on the floor in level 1.
Now, Redbird decides to take the long way around instead of spending a key.
It's the right move. You don't know how precious keys are going to be in this seed. You want to preserve them if you possibly can. So I would imagine what Redbird's going to do next is going to go to one of those rooms that has a potential staircase, take care of the enemy there, and hope that the staircase item will be found, potentially this Patra. We know Patra, at least on Ellendar's side, did not have it.
You know, I think whenever you run these laws, it's really easy to get what happened last time stuck in your head. Keys were such a factor in race 1 between these two runners, and Redbird just didn't have them. He's purchased keys already in this seed. He's got a couple of them now, and it made him preserve the key there. Ellendar's struggled a little bit with the keys, but now has 2 built up.
That was a pristine Patra fight there for Redbird. Obviously, it helps when you do have the beam sword, and it wasn't the Expando Patra either, but it's an impressive fight nonetheless with wood sword.
There were a lot of bosses in this one.
Oh, there most
Per
certainly
capita,
was.
anyways.
Yep. And unfortunately, the orange gorillas rolled up to 5 HP.
How much work are we getting out of these arrows? I mean, Redbird probably went from 210, 215 in rupees to 106. And you know he got money along the way, and I'm saying this is without any door repair charges in the middle. So he's fired over 100 arrows in this seed easily.
Certainly. And triple Dodongo segment. That is going to be our item here in this staircase. What do we have for Redbird? The jewelry! Hey, so much for purchasing the blue ring. Hey, he was absolutely right to go ahead and go ham and hog on those wooden arrows, because now he doesn't have to worry about purchasing a blue ring. He's got the red ring, which will give him a huge defensive boost. Quadruple the defense, to be exact.
That's big, and right now, go check Recorder Lake. Did we, unless we already got that check and I missed it.
I don't think we've checked Recorder Lake just yet.
He's thinking Raft because he just picked it up.
Right. It's fresher on his mind as Ellendar got the Triforce out of level 2, but is going back to find the item. Not going to be happy with what Ellendar sees once we find that room. And what do we have behind the raft spot? It's required. It's level 5 tonight.
What's with the one level hires being there? 5, 6?
Last night, or the last couple times, I've seen one level lower be there. And ooh, this smells like a potential segmented level 5, based on where the staircase is.
As is tradition.
Well, I mean, shapes logic, not necessarily level 5 logic, but I get what you mean there, because level 5 in the vanilla first quest, even though it all connects, there's that 2-room segment that you have to take in order to get the recorder in the vanilla game. You can't get there by any other means than taking the staircase.
Well, you know, as you gotta have heart, Redbird picks up another one. And one more, and there's a potential minimum chance for magical sword, but is this our item?
If it's not a segmented level 5, it most definitely is. But if it is segmented, then anything goes. But unfortunately, this room has got a lot of nasty stuff. It is the ultimate platter of Gibdos and Lionels and Bubbles. Yikes. Gonna just take them down. And yeah, gets a fairy. Great drop there at the end for Redbird. Is this an item? Yes, and it's the power bracelet. So now he has got all of the items needed to satisfy the requirement. Of course, ladder could still be a problem. We haven't found any ladder blocks just yet, and the ladder item on the coast was just the wand. It could be that rare ladderless seed opportunity, but it's still early.
So 3, 6, 7, 8 still have the chance for the ladder. We're not quite to the point of having it narrowed yet. I don't think we've seen level 8.
We have not. There's a key for Redbird, so he's going to be up to 3, as Ellendar's going to take on this Gleeok. This is not where the item is going to be, and unfortunately, Gleeok wins.
I think this is the pressure that I've been talking about this whole thing. I think that's the theme of this seed. The pressure that these runners have to be feeling, it just puts you off your game. Ellendar, an extremely capable runner, who 9 times out of 10 is taking that Gliok down.
Yeah, it's just when you have it's a nasty room to do a Gliok fight in, that triple bar room. Your maneuverability is rather limited. Now Ellendar up to 182 rupees after picking up that medium secret. RedBird going to try to take down this Patra in hopes for either the map, the compass, or the Triforce. But it is the Expando Patra, so RedBird's going to have to make a breakaway. I mean, luckily he does have the red ring, so he'd only be taking half a heart of damage. If he didn't have that jewelry, he'd be taking 2 hearts of damage, and there's the Expando, and he got caught in between, so that's going to cost him a heart.
Also, to answer chat, this is game 2. The little Triforce indicator on Ellendar's side indicates the win in game 1.
RedBird's first one he killed ended up being the Master Eye, and he's just going to retry it. Or he's just going to bail out, so he'll have to come back later. And that's been kind of the theme so far, is we've had a lot of double, triple dips into dungeons here in this seed, Trenton.
There was a lot of that in the game last night as well. So it's something that's going to feel bad, but what you kind of need to focus on is how much progress am I making, and lately the progress has been pretty good for RedBird. Ellendar needs a little more. Needs just that one extra thing to come together, and then the whole seed, I think, will come together.
Ellendar back into level 1 now. Again, this is where the red ring and the raft was, so if Ellendar can find a way to just take down these rather nasty enemies, Ellendar could get back into this race.
Question in chat, what is the next best item RedBird can find? And I would contend that's the silver arrows. The latter will most likely be required, but it also can't be in 9. So if you find the silvers and you're not in 9, that really limits what you still have to look for.
Yeah, there are 5 items that cannot be in level 9 on this flag set. That's the bow, raft, ladder, power bracelet, and the recorder. All of those must be either in the overworld or in the first 8 dungeons.
Laz, would you like to help chat out and explain what the Master Eye on Patra is?
Certainly. On a Patra, one of the 8 eyes, and I don't know how to tell which one is which, but one of the 8 eyes, when you take it down, whatever state it's in, it will stay that way for the rest of the fight. And unfortunately, RedBird took the Master Eye when it was in the expanded state, so that's why it kept expanding and didn't go back to its normal state. Now, had RedBird taken down that eye on the normal state, then that Patra wouldn't have expanded again for the rest of that fight. So that's what we mean by the Master Eye.
So, Ellendar's on the right track here for the red ring, but I think it was that room and recorder was...
Yes, and
nope,
he does not have...
this one. It's the next room over.
Correct. This is where the Triforce is going to be the next room. And unfortunately, bad news. Yeah, that is where the red ring was, where Ellendar passed. Okay. And he does not have the recorder to get it.
That's a big difference right now. And level 8 is power bracelet blocked, so we have 2 blocks.
Come on, let's see the triple. I want to see Recorder Lake have something too. I mean, we still haven't found level 9 yet.
I think we're missing 8 and 9.
No, 3 and 9. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen level 3 yet. I think we've seen the rest. There's the Triforce for Ellendar here in level 1. Going to be Ellendar's second on the board.
Right now, Ellendar really needs that recorder out of level 4.
Agreed. And there's a quick Triforce for RedBird here in level 8. That's going to be his 4th. Will he go back in, or is he going to gamble?
You know, level 8 is one I like to dig. I can see him going away because it was quick and you've got the recorder, and you're still missing another dungeon.
Yeah, and I think this is the right move considering his position. He's behind. He knows that in his mind, he's got to take some chances to win this match. I mean, little does he know, he's got a rather healthy lead early on in this game. However, Ellendar's now into level 4. This is where Ellendar needs to be to get back in this match.
That recorder is a domino that just opens up the rest of this seed, it looks like, so this should be very good for Ellendar once grabbing that item. So we still got a good chunk of Death Mountain that has not been explored yet.
Yeah,
RedBird was up there with the bombs but died, and Ellendar was up there without the bombs.
Yeah, the odds are that we're probably going to see at least one of those levels in Death Mountain, if not both. Unfortunately,
there are, of
Ellendar,
course, the other Power Bracelet locations, and Recorder Lake is kind of a forgotten spot right now.
Key blocked, unfortunately, for Ellendar. I had to leave level 4, and that is just bad news, unfortunately.
And, you know, come back to how did RedBird react to a key starved knight yesterday? He went out and bought that a key or two pretty early in this seed, and it was enough to keep the momentum going. I don't think we saw Ellendar make a key purchase.
It's looking like no, Ellendar's going to bomb this spot first, and there's a map for level 6, and well, there is a key for Ellendar, not going to make the purchase. That is the expensive key.
Oh, the Tektite is trolling a bit. It was clipped into the walls, but RedBird able to use beam swords to get it killed.
That is a 30-room level 9, so a little bit below average, I'd say. But still, it's a lot of rooms to check for one item.
Would you just flat out gamble on 9 and not spend time digging? But the ladder is out there too. So I do kind of feel like you're looking for 2 items here instead of 1.
Question in chat, if RedBirdGrad and Ellendar tie, will there be a game 3? According to the schedule, there is no game 3 scheduled for RedBirdGrad versus Ellendar yet, so time will tell.
Another Dig Dogger. Boy, are they required this seed.
Yeah, Dig Doggers and Patras, my goodness gracious. We've seen a lot of those in this seed so far, and RedBird trying to get the segment down and is able to do so. Ellendar here in the same level 6 trying to take care of Patra Wayne, doing a decent job. 1 left to go. Nailed it. Just has to finish off the core and can proceed. And once a Patra's dead, it stays dead. Unfortunately, Zols did not roll down from 2 HP.
That's always unfortunate because you'd like more items to drop off of the money, health. I commented on the money RedBird spent earlier. Lossie's down to 57 rupees. He had 220. Now I think there was a door repair then, so call it 200, and he's got money along the way.
Well,
that is a lot of arrows.
There's the Triforce for RedBird here in level 6. That's his 5th. Wouldn't surprise me if he gambled again.
I think you do. I think you do absolutely, because if you're gonna dig, you're gonna dig 8.
He gets pushed back in by the wizard. Oh, how rude. Yeah, RedBird wants no part of it. He's out of there.
Yeah, if you're going to dig a dungeon, you're going to dig 8 because there's 2 chances instead of just 1.
Absolutely. I mean, 8 is the more, palatable play, even though 8's going to be pretty large, too. But maybe Ellendar finds the ladder and we've got a ladder block. Or better yet, maybe he finds the silver arrows and RedBird doesn't get there until very last. That's, if you're on Team Ellendar...
That would be the best news for Ellendar.
If you're on Team Ellendar, you're hoping the silver arrows are here.
Alright, time to mop up the forgotten spots.
Alright, cheap bait. RedBird, he has enough money, but wants no part of that cheap bait. And no! Gonna check this burn bush first. That was a casino. No gambling for RedBird.
Missing a level, this is the time for some overworld cleanup. Yes, RedBird did get the Triforce out of level 6. Sometimes Tracker just takes a minute to update.
Yep.
But thank you, chat. Gotta keep us honest.
Yep, it does happen from time to time. Does the Forgotten Spot have a level? Yes, it's 3.
It does!
The
You'll love to
Forgotten
see
Spot.
it.
Yes, indeedy. All right.
I do think that takes us out of a recorder being required for the trifecta.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think the only level we haven't found yet is level 9, and it's probably in Death Mountain, if I had to put a wager on it.
Also, a big thank you to Gambit Dragon doing our tracking this evening and doing a good job at it.
And there's our map for level 3, and I'd say it looks like a tank. Or better yet, it looks like the Moon Patrol little tank that you have in the Atari game or the arcade game, if that's your fancy. All right, so since it's not a segmented level 3, if this pushes, it's our item. It does not push, it's a red herring.
This is level 3. It looks like a pretty small level 3, and I don't even think we have Lionels in this level 3. Plus, I think you gotta full clear this level 3. This is not where I want to gamble.
Yep. 3 HP is what the Wallmaster's value is, and there's a heart container. Redbird now has a 20% chance of the magical sword if he decides to make that play. Considering we haven't found the white sword yet, we may see him take that chance.
Oh, nice clock. As long as there's not an extra Wallmaster.
Nope, he's good. Oh, shoot! We find that vertical shoot room on Ellendar's side that you tend to see a lot in level 9. Still trying to find the Triforce and the item. Found the transport staircase.
You love to see Paul's voice when you've got bow and arrows.
There's the compass. So now we know where the Triforce is. It's at the end of the turret.
And I think that Redbird's going for it. This was a key blocked door. And the up A means he's beelining for it instead of clearing the other rooms to check 3, so going against what I thought.
Right.
Well, maybe a Rick 6. Maybe check a couple of these rooms along the way that are convenient.
Well, Rupee Boss might have it. This is the diagonal room that could be a push block. Gotta get them all, though. And there it is. What do we have for Redbird? The ladder! Oh, what a huge find. It doesn't quite put him in go mode yet, but once he finds the silver arrows, he's in Triforce and go mode. Of course, it still could be in level 9.
That does also give him the wand on that coast item if he routes it in, and we have levels over there, so ought to be able to get it, just maybe not necessarily right away.
Yeah, certainly. Ellendar is, it looks like, pot committed to trying to find this item out of level 6. Again, if you're on Team Ellendar, you're hoping, praying that the silver arrows are here and they're accessible.
I don't disagree with that play at all, because just cut off in your mind what's going on Redbird's side and look at Ellendar's tracker. None of the overworld block items are there right now.
Yeah, it's really a problem.
We've seen we know 2 levels are missing as Redbird gets the Triforce out of 3. We know 2 levels are missing for Ellendar because of those blocks. We know level 9 is not known to us. It could still be potentially blocked. There's a lot of blocks Ellendar knows are out there. It just makes all the sense in the world to go ahead and full clear a dungeon as much as you can. Get the items you can.
And right now, Redbird is pulling away from Ellendar right now. Is just routing this thing to near perfection right here. And this is exactly what he needs. Again, he is trailing 1-0 in this match. If he loses, he's eliminated. And Redbird kind of teasing TG a little bit. Thought about picking up the boomerang. He's like, nope. And
I'm curious, maybe he marked that as the Armos item and didn't mark what it was. So he just went back to look at it.
Yeah, but he's like, when you got 10 hearts and red ring, yeah, you don't need boomerang.
Well, Ellendar has cleared over half of this level 6, and 6 does tend to be one of the larger dungeons.
Yeah, 30, though, is not as large as it easily could be. It's going to be 40s pretty darn easily in shapes. All right, no level there. Instead, it's the other quote-unquote hint shop. 100% community hints. These runners are on their own, so if you see a shop like that, the 5, 10, 20, or the 10, 30, 50, you know to stay clear from it.
Redbird looking for 7 and 9.
Okay, so we haven't found 7 yet, I guess, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to say that one of the levels is at the hot spot.
We actually have found 7, but Redbird hasn't. Ellendar went there. It was by 9.
God, that's right. It was in the potion shop next to Vanilla Level 9, so we actually don't know what's behind Vanilla Level 9 and Vanilla Level 9. How about it? Let's see. Oh, that's going to be more money. Another 28 rupees for Redbird. He's got 116. That's more arrow fodder for him.
Not many bombs left, though.
I think he could check both spots here. This spot and then the hot spot. And he could get a bomb off of the Gibdos or the orange Wizrobes. And this is where Ellendar died, remember? That's the final bonus cave.
Well, improves the chances for Magic Sword, and the health is really good.
Yeah, 40% chance. Or no. That was where Redbird died the first trip. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, so the last spot is that hot spot. And then if it's not there, could be Vanilla Level 9, could be Recorder Lake. No, it's not at the hot spot. That's a quote-unquote hint for either the white sword or the magical sword. So, we still... And there's also another spot, by the way. I do not believe we've checked the raft spot in Northeast Hyrule.
Yeah, this would have been a good time to do that and pick up the wand as well from there, but I think Redbird's going for Recorder Lake.
But bad news, Ellendar came out of level 6 empty-handed. Remember that the Triforce was guarded by the Recorder, and maybe something else might be guarded as well. So things looking real bleak for Ellendar here in game number 2. Things looking really promising for Redbird. He's going to check Recorder Lake right now. Do we have level 9 behind Recorder Lake? No, it's a potion shop. Rip the dream of the triple block.
Here's what's still in Ellendar's favor. The fact that Redbird is go-moding those dungeons. Ellendar's really can't afford to in this situation. It's kind of an inverse logic. The more time you've invested, the less you can gamble.
Redbird is going to go ahead and pick up this wand here at the coast, so that'll give him white sword power, another source of white sword. Yep, and he's going to check the other raft spot. Level 9 could be there.
And Redbird did not get up to C7 yet either, so 2 dungeons possibly behind this raft spot.
Yeah, we could have that rare double raft requirement. Do we have the double raft requirement? No. Instead, it's a riverboat casino, Trenton.
They just build those things everywhere.
Don't they?
Well, I am one who likes to have it near start where I can actually make a play with it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if level 9 is in the vanilla level 9 spot.
Well, Redbird is going to need more bombs to be able to find that out. Right now, currently on empty. We haven't seen a bomb upgrade either.
No, we have not. They're probably deep in level 8 and 6 respectively. And they're probably blocked. On the other hand, we have not seen any mugger rooms either. There could be anywhere between 1 and 3, and Redbird has nothing better to do with his money, so he's going to buy the maximum bombs that he can, but by doing so, he foregoes any chance of a bomb upgrade.
At least for now. He's going to not spend nearly as many rupees now that he has the wand and can use that in place of the arrows, but you got your mileage out of those arrows tonight.
Most certainly did. Ellendar is nearing the forgotten spot. He's going to find level 3.
Is this 5?
Magical sword. Oh, but 11 is not enough to pick it up tonight. It was a 40% chance, and it's a bust, unfortunately. We need at least 12. Redbird's heading to Death Mountain, Vanilla level 9's location. He'll find 7, and quite possibly level 9 is... Ooh! Those blue dart nuts, he's down to 1 heart. Every time you get hit, it's a half a heart lost. Now, this is where Redbird died last time. That screen? No, he's gonna go... Now he's gonna go for Vanilla level 9.
Yeah, that's where he needs to go anyways. Maybe kill these Gibdos, see if he can get a heart.
They're in the bomb, and he does get a heart. Very nice. They're in the bomb dropping room, and he gets bombs. He didn't need the bomb. Oh, wait. There's 9.
Okay.
Oh. So not
That's
quite
important.
vanilla. Not quite vanilla level 9, but pretty close. And yeah, if he keeps going to the left, he'll find 7 as well.
Yeah, ought to be able to get there reasonably enough now. Ellendar's in level 3. We know this is the ladder, and wasn't it this rupee boss?
Yes, it was, and he's going to find that ladder.
Alright, that's gonna feel good. As far as what's been a miserable seed for Ellendar, there's something that opens things up.
By the way, it's Redbird's favorite dungeon. That's all I have to say.
Somebody's gonna case the Mondays for that.
How apropos for a level 7 message.
Very fitting indeed. So, again, he's not gonna dig for this item. If silvers are here, he's gonna come back for them.
Yeah,
if they're on the way...
Right, exactly. If he runs across it and he finds something, you know, that's a bonus. Of course, he could take the white sword. Obviously, he'd love to see silver arrows. But he's taking a lot of gambles here. I mean, we got level 6 still unclaimed. We've got 7. There's the map for level 7.
That looks a whole lot like level 6 did.
26 rooms. That's kind of average for these flag sets. Because 7, 8, and 9 share that same grid. Now, depending on what level 8 looks like, we could be in for a rather humongous level 9.
Chat making a good point. We know that Redbird is basically cruising on this seed because it was just such an awful overworld that those deaths really didn't hurt because Ellendar had them all too. But from the runner perspective, it feels like you're behind.
But with this one, this will make the combat. Oh, I say that, and he's down to half a heart. Wait a minute, did he get the? He
did.
No, he didn't.
No,
he didn't.
Long enough, I was wrong.
No, he did not get the Master Eye. It's the second one that spawns. There we go. Great fight. Just don't get too close. And we do have a push block. Is this the item or the transport of level 7? It's the transport.
Usually expect to find that first.
Well, it's a 2 and 3 chance. It's expected.
Oh boy, where it dropped us.
Oh, it's a dead end.
It's a troll.
It's a stealth staircase, Trenton. Feeling lonely.
Oh, that's level 7 doing level 7 things.
It most certainly is, Trenton. It most certainly is. So next staircase.
Ellendar.
Oh,
again, the recorder block.
Oh, you just hate to see it. He needs to get back to level 4.
And Ellendar has been in that 4 twice already, is the reluctance. When you've already not only been in a dungeon once, but twice, you really don't like going to it a 4th time until you're sure, but that wand should help a lot.
Now, I will say this, even though a recorder wasn't blocking a level, we have now seen 3, count them, 3 Triforce blocks due to dig doggers.
And an item block.
Absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, because the red ring is guarded by that dig dogger too. I mean, it's not a required item per se, but dang, it's going to help a lot in a seed like this.
Oh, absolutely.
There it is. Here's the item. Yep, and he's going to find out what it is. I mean, he's right there.
Oh, if this is the silvers, that's just...
If it's silvers, it's game over. Nope, but that will help him with level 9's exploration and, also level 5, because we still need to get Triforces out of those 2 dungeons. However, it does come with a little bit of a price. That one that Redbird has, now when it comes into contact with enemies or walls, it will burst into flames. And it's usually more of a hindrance for the runner than it is a help. But yeah, that's kind of your, pros and cons for the book, is that with the book, it does act as an atlas, so now you no longer have to look for maps to find out what the layout looks like.
Ellendar about to find a level.
Yep, that same level 9 that we saw on Redbird's side not too long ago.
And Redbird's going to get the Triforce out of 7. So if silvers are not in 9, then that tells Redbird that they must be or likely 8.
Yeah,
There's 6 or 8. You'd go back to 8 first for 2 checks instead of 1.
Definitely. 8 would be the more percentage play than level 6. I mean, we don't know how big level 8 is going to be, but you got to imagine looking at level 7, probably comparable to level 6's size if I had to take a shot in the dark.
And to answer chat, there's no question that Redbird's going to 9 first. We've known that since he go-moded 8. The only question is where he would go if 9 does not have the silvers.
And of course, when he does get to level 9, there are no hints. Again, it's all community hints. Runners are on their own. Ellendar now in level 7. And Redbird on his way back to level 5 to get the Triforce. And here's the map of level 5.
I don't think there was a recorder block of anything that should stop Ellendar in this 7, but the book is just not going to feel good at this point.
No. It's an average size level 5 here on Redbird's side.
Got the power bracelet out of here earlier, so there was progress, but that was pretty early in the run.
Yeah, most definitely was early in the run, and there's that famous parody of the Tears for Fears song, Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Instead, it's Hyrule, and that's particularly true in Ganon's case, or Ganondorf's case, if you're a fan of Ocarina of Time, or The Wind Waker. Or Twilight Princess, I almost forgot about that game.
Plus, we've seen Patra a bunch. I'm not sure we're going to see Patra in 9.
I'm going to tell you something. If we don't see Patra or Dig Dogger in level 9, this seat is invalidated. So now it's just a matter of trying to find the right staircase, the right path to get to this Triforce.
Just want to point out that about an hour ago...
On the ground. That's it. Redbird has found it, so now he is ready to go into level 9, 61.5 minutes in.
Still needs the silvers, but there's 4 things that could be important in 9. There's the 2 item checks, there's wherever Ganon is and wherever Zelda is. Find that information out at the very least, and maybe make it a quick return if you have to. But I want to point out that Adiginos asked early, about an hour ago, if you could bless the seed. I think this was a very blessed
look at this.
seed.
Root corner for Redbird!
That's just swag at this point. You didn't have to.
Absolutely. And you do see it in the vanilla run these days. It is named after Zelda runner and Randomizer runner Rooslugs.
Technically save screen so that doesn't mean time. Just respond to chat. Here we go, folks! RedBirdGrad! About 1 hour, just under 3 minutes, going into level 9. The search is on.
59 rooms. It is a good and sized level 9. That left side, I'm a little disappointed in that left side, but hey, 59 rooms, that's still a beefy sized level 9. So yeah, looking for the roar, looking for the door, looking for the silver arrows. It's a 40% chance that the silver arrows are here in level 9.
Meanwhile, Ellendar is searching that 7, should be able to get the Triforce and book out of there, but just not going to be what Ellendar needs.
Yeah, absolutely not, unfortunately.
Boy, I think this is the first time we've seen Stalpos.
I think you might be right. We haven't seen too many, if any, at all.
Probably some hanging out in 6, but I don't think we've seen Stalpos or ropes.
What kind of enemy set is this? This is the wrong kind of enemy set for a level 9 like this, but I guess the runners needed some kind of respite after what they've gone through.
Alright, this is a scenario where you've got to check staircases in 9. And
take them too.
It's not enough to know that one is a transport, because there's going to be the other side of the transport for one thing.
Correct. Always check the staircases all the way through, because for all you know, you could be checking another staircase and it's the other side of another transport you had seen earlier.
When we started this thing an hour ago, we were already noticing the Wizrobes on the overworld, Dark Dots on the overworld. They were commingling on some nasty screens. There were a lot of overworld deaths early on. For Redbird to be here an hour and 4 minutes into this 9, that's a lot of time picked back up as things went on.
I mean, it helped a lot that he found that red ring in level 1. That's definitely been a huge saving grace. Hey, there's a dig dogger here. This seed has been validated.
There was a lot of blocks. We've had a recorder block dungeon, a power bracelet block dungeon. We've had Triforces and items blocked by the recorder. We have been as blocked off as we can be. I think everything except the confirmed ladder block.
Yeah, we don't know about that ladder block. It's looking like this might have been a ladderless seed after all. You know, we haven't found a confirmed ladder block. I mean, it's hard to say when you see a runner have a ladder. I mean, there could be multiple ways to get to the same room that could potentially be ladder block. So far, that's 3 transport staircases we've seen. So there's 3 left to go, and of course, the 2 item staircases.
There is also the risk of muggers in this 9.
Yeah, we haven't seen any in this seed yet. You gotta believe there's probably gonna be one, at least one here in 9. There could be more than one. Ellendar gets the Triforce out of level 7. That's gonna be Ellendar's 3rd, but
going back in because it doesn't have the item yet.
Alright, that's not gonna be Zelda's room. Zelda can only be behind a single shutter door room. If we full clear room and that single shutter door does not open, that is the location of Zelda's room.
Boy, we have gotten so much work out of those arrows tonight.
Take a look. That's transport staircase number 4, Trenton. He's gonna find all the transport staircases before any of the 2 item staircases. Oh, he gets grabbed by the Wallmaster before he can go through the door, and back to start he goes.
Sometimes you take it for granted. And then the Wallmasters get you.
Man, oh man, yep, Redbird got a little bit careless there, but still, not too much for him to sweat about, but Redbird in his mind can't be happy about that.
There's
However,
Zelda.
That's Zelda.
Maybe.
And there's
Maybe.
a bomb upgrade. Yeah, hold on.
Check for Wallmasters.
Is there another Wallmaster? Wait a minute. Ellendar's about to find the book, and yep, there was a Wallmaster. We got you baited. No Zelda there. And there's
Ellendar has found the book.
And this
probably wants to burn it.
Yeah, but he's gonna pick it up and not gonna buy the bomb upgrade. There was a bomb upgrade for, I believe, 92 that could have gotten him an extra 2 to 6 bombs, but he wants to hang on to that money.
For keys have been an issue. I mean, they're both, their counts look pretty good right now, but especially early in this seed, keys were such an issue that's just gonna really stick with you.
Just
and Ellendar is probably thinking of purchasing another key.
I mean, you certainly can't fault him for deciding that. Ellendar taking a death to those Wizrobes and Death Mountain. That's going to send them all the way back to start. Yikes.
It's just been that kind of night.
Well, there was a Wallmaster. Finishes it up with the arrow. And is this going to be our item, or is it going to be transport number 5?
We're due for item 1.
Transport number 5! We have 1 transport left, Trenton.
Oh, it's 9 doing 9 things.
Well, next staircase he finds, it's a 50-50 chance it's going to be an item. Which means you know what it's going to be, transport number 6.
Redbird is out of bombs, though. That matters.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem. And again, he can't get bombs from the Vires because he does not have silver arrows, but gets a bomb drop as a floor drop to clear that room. That's much needed bombs. Now, Redbird could try to force bombs using the 10 count strategy. Kill 10 enemies in a row without getting hit and bomb the 10th enemy, provided they're in some kind of drop group, to get a fresh pack of bombs.
Now, he also has that Wallmaster room. The room that the Wallmaster got him, there was a bomb drop sitting on the floor, so he can go back there and get another pack.
He's trying to bomb to the south, unsuccessful. This appears to be a dead end, unless he can bomb to the south in any of these rooms, but he doesn't even want to bother. I can't fault him for that. He's going to conserve his bombs. Ellendar finds the compass here. He's finally back in level 4 where he needs to be, but I think by this point, I mean, unless the silver arrows prove to be extraordinarily elusive to Redbird, I don't think it's going to matter at this point, but who knows? Level 9 is known as the Great Equalizer for a reason, Trenton.
If silvers are a 9, then Redbird's going to cruise home on this. If it's not, then Ellendar needs them to be in 6.
Or they
I don't even think being in 8 is enough. I think they have to be in 6.
Yep. All right. We're getting trolled by this triple dodongo room, though, unfortunately. He's going to get some refunds on the bombs, but he's getting bopped all over the place, missing the bomb shots. Oh, and he's not going to get that second set unless he gets the stun lock. Nope, not going to get it, so he's left with 3 bombs. Does it push? It does. Transport 6 or an item. It's an item. White sword. Well, it's not silver arrows, but that is going to double his attack power.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate because it's not going to be enough for fires, so it's not going to be enough for bomb drops.
Yeah, exactly, because again, we checked 11 hearts for the mags as Ellendar.
And there's the recorder for Ellendar.
Gets the recorder here in level 4, but unless the silver arrows, as you mentioned, you believe level 6 is where they need to be for Ellendar to have any shot. Unless they're in level 6, it's probably going to be just too little too late for Ellendar.
This has possibilities.
And nope, a red herring. Wait, never mind, there's a Wallmaster!
What? There's Wallmasters in this game.
Does it push? It does push! Transport 6 or second item? Transport 6.
Of course it is.
Because the game knows. Why else wouldn't it be Transport 6? So the next staircase Redbird finds, provided... Oh, the compass now knows exactly where Zelda is. Now let's see if he decides to try to route her out.
Not generally a bad idea to move in that direction. See what
Man,
comes of
much
it.
needed key, because he's starting to get low.
You come into 9 with 3.
Okay,
And
Redbird.
I think you're pretty optimistic that it's going to work out.
Yeah, if I was Redbird, I would just check to see, confirm that you can get to Zelda right away. Let's see. Is there a shutter door to the right coming up? Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Redbird has found the way out.
It's
A
the bait block.
quote-unquote bait block. Well, there's your quote-unquote bait-blocked Zelda. It's technically not required, but hey, close enough, right?
Chad asks if the magic key is missing. Yes, a lot of things are missing.
Yes, we
We
don't
don't
know
have
where
the silvers, the magic key, the red candle,
Yep, that's right.
or the coast heart.
Correct. And right now it's only a 25% chance that the silver arrows are here in level 9.
And this 9 is eating up the bombs.
Hell, in level 9, I mean, when it comes to shapes, you're having to play Hyrule's popular game show, Find the Bomb Hole, and unfortunately, the producers just won on that shot.
We got a roar there.
Indeed, we do have a roar, but do we know the confirmed path to get to Ganon's room? That is the 64,000 rupee question.
Well, no, I'd say that one is where's these silvers.
Well, that'll be the million rupee question, I suppose. Oh, shoot, again! And Red, we're gonna have to clear this room or up A.
I'm honestly not sure I've ever seen a seed with more arrows fired. I mean,
Well, they're going to
I'm
6.
sure there were some swordless.
Telling you
Hordes No Swords had to have some, but...
Once again, Trenton, Ellendar back into level 6, and if you're on Team Ellendar, you're hoping, praying that the silver arrows are here in 6. Redbird taking a previously taken transport, it looks like.
Yeah, get to some ground you haven't been able to get to yet.
Ooh, reverse
This
C.
it.
How
No,
appropriate.
it's Shutter.
How apropos this would be if this has a push block for Redbird and it has the silver arrows, just like a vanilla. Let's take a look. It doesn't push, it's a red herring. And there's our first mugger room here. Redbird out of bombs again.
Just has to be feeling so much pressure right now. He's looking at the time, saying it's Ellendar. I know Ellendar is so good. How is Ellendar not done yet?
Do you suppose that the
silver...
Is it silvers? No, that's another transport. I think Redbird now might be getting a little bit lost. Now, Ellendar just crossed a Chevy room to get to this little nook. If the item is there and it's silver arrows, then ladder is required. But there's only one spot left that we can bomb down to. Item? No! It's another Patrawain.
It was Patra all along.
We know that the Triforce is not there, and Ellendar's just gonna leave.
Let's see, this is another potential.
Yep. Nope. Another red herring.
Out of keys, out of bombs, but a staircase!
Oh, baby, this is it! And
red candle!
It's not here in level 9, so it's either in level 6 where Ellendar is right now, or it's in level 8, one of the two items.
And again, my theory from early on was that Redbird would go back to 8 because of 2 checks.
Unfortunately, Patrawain sends Ellendar back to start, but it could filter Ellendar back into the right direction to try to find this item.
And Redbird's trying to get bombs in this overworld. The Wizrobe's not cooperating, but it's nice to have that white sword.
Yep, again, they're in the 1, the 6, and the 8 in the bomb-dropping group. You get a clock at number 3. So if you see a clock from a Wizrobe or any bomb-dropping group, you know you're at 3 on the globals. You see that map, it's getting close to complete. Yep, Redbird got it bombs. Speaking of bombs, we got a triple the dongo room for Ellendar. And Redbird going to 8, and that's not a big 8.
One of these dungeons has our silver arrows. And it's going to be big for the runner that finds them, although Ellendar still has a lot to clear.
Oh, shoot! Here's the problem, though, Trenton. I just think because of how small this level 8 is, even if the silver arrows are in level 6, I still think it might be too late for Ellendar. Unless
if Ellendar had the silvers, Ellendar would be go moding 9, and that would be significantly faster. Also, Redbird is out of keys.
Well, we got a T room that Ellendar is going to try to do a ladder clip on, but just not quite on the right pixel.
And Redbird's going to 6 because of the keys.
Oh, yeah, and if it ends up being a level 6, game over.
Well, no, because Ellendar had to use a key to get there, so if this is the path...
Never mind then, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so, can Redbird get to the item here without having keys?
That's a big question. Now, there's our item. Here it comes. Do we have silvers in 6? Yes, we do!
Alright, this is Ellendar's go mode. Ellendar is going all out.
He's not in go mode yet, though. Remember, he still needs the raft out of 1 and the power bracelet out of 5. But yeah.
You're right. I'm sorry.
He's on his way, but Ellendar, it still might be too little too late, especially if Redbird can solve this puzzle.
But Redbird, unless you can bomb right here, you need 2 keys and you get 1. So you gotta have 1 to be able to make progress.
Precisely, Trenton. He has to find a key unless there's a workaround.
The workaround had to be bomb right in. Actually, the southeast from here. There's a key.
There's the other bomb upgrade for Ellendar. It was here in level 6, but is 19 rupees short. Yep, we do now know by process of elimination. As you can see, by process of elimination, we now know that the Coast Heart Container and the Any Key are the 2 items in level 8. Alright, so this is
has the clip here.
And Ellendar had cleared the room previously. No, that's the other side of that transport. See?
Yep. So it's south past this dig dogger. Looks like Redbird wants to dispatch of it first before trying to deal that room. We do have a runner 5-5. It's been a while.
I know. I'll tell you what, though, Triton. This is another one of those situations where the lack of keys filtered Redbird into the right direction. I've seen this in tournament races before. Yep, there's that key for Redbird. I've seen this in tournament races so many times. Runner is short on keys going into level 9 or whatever, and it happens to help them filter themselves to go in the right direction, and that's exactly what happened to Redbird. He could have been spending 10 minutes searching level 8, but when he got key blocked out of that dungeon, and unfortunately for Redbird, though, he's going in the wrong direction as Ellendar's about to get this Triforce here in level 6, and there it is.
And Redbird paid off that mugger with a max bomb. I don't like that tonight. I would much rather have spent the money.
I can understand why he made the play. I mean, he's pretty much got level 9 figured out. I can see why you would say that, though, but I guess he wants his arrow fodder money.
It certainly has made good use of the arrows, but we have the wand. I think that was more reflex than anything else, because it was instantaneous.
That very well could be, as Ellendar gets a Dorper penalty here. Again, still needs Triforces out of 3, 5, and 8.
Chat asks if Ellendar has seen all levels. No, because I hadn't seen the one behind Raft or Power Bracelet, but should be able to pick those up quickly.
Yeah, but hasn't seen 5 or 8 because both of them are blocked.
Alright, this is the right path for Redbird. Just has to get there. And there was a workaround that saved a key.
Ev just has to get through this room here, and he'll get the silver arrows, and it'll be the correct decision. He'll be backed into level 9, and barring a catastrophe, Redbird is going to knot up this match, and we're going to go to a third game.
That red ring is helpful, but no potion.
I mean, he doesn't need potion, considering he's a very avid...
That Wizrobe did it again.
Again, just like on Ellendar's side. Wow. It's like, no, you stay in level 6. We want nobody coming out. You're our prisoner.
That Wizrobe might be MVP of this seed.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Ganon's side.
Yeah, he could be the guard for the Packers. All right, Ellendar back into level 3. We'll be able to get the Triforce out of here.
And the Silver Arrow's damage upgrade is just so nice for chewing through some of those enemies.
And here's Redbird back into level 9. Does have 6 bombs, so that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, having a potion would be nice, but again, not essential for Redbird knowing his skill level. Hyrule Driver will cost him 1 heart, not the 4 hearts if he didn't have the jewelry like Ellendar does not have.
Yeah, you're still gonna hope for some health refills along the way, though.
That does get some hearts, though. He's got 4.5 now. And there's the Triforce for Ellendar, so that's number 6. But the clock is ticking.
Just needs the 2, but has to get that raft out of 1 as well. All right, RedBirdGrad explored a lot of this level 9 already. Now, the 2 items here not required.
Yeah, the White Sword's definitely going to help because he'll need either 7 or 8 hits to take down Ganon as opposed to 13 or 15 with the Wood Sword. Trying to find the fastest way to get there, but unfortunately bombing there is not an option. Gonna have to take the long way.
Yeah, already able to speed it up a little bit with a key.
Those stealthos rolled up. That's never pleasant.
So, chat asking about a game 3. This one's not quite over yet, but understand. They're going to have to schedule that still. It's
right.
not on the
Ladies
calendar
and gentlemen,
yet, but here we go.
Here's Ganon. Pretty easy room, too. 7 or 8 White Sword hits will be required. A Hyrule Driver will cost him 1 heart, and there's 1 in the stun lock in 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rolled down. Down goes Ganon. We've got Bacon and the Triforce of Power. So provided that Redbird remembers the path to Zelda's room, this game is going to be over, and we are going to go to a decider, a 3rd and final game of this match.
Ellendar's exploring for missing levels now. And yeah, not having been able to pick up that raft out of 1 looms large.
Yeah, that is proven to be the equalizer for Ellendar tonight.
Well, I do think it all came down to that recorder out of 4. That really seemed to wear the momentum.
For sure. It was the chain reaction there. It all started in level 4 because you needed that to get the Dig Dogger blocked items out of level 1. And yeah, that kind of ended up being his undoing. But again, Redbird just needs to find the path to get there. We don't know if there's an alternate path. There might be one from the north. Maybe not, because Redbird's avoided
no
that
reason
door.
to take your chances if you know the path right now. Just
Exactly.
go finish it out.
If you know a known path, just take it. Just has to finish off these stealthos. He'll see the fake meat block. Has to push the block first. Well, we're about to find out, JSR, as RedBirdGrad. Get your GGs out for RedBirdGrad. Yep, it was the only way to get there, or you could have come from the south.
Yeah, there's a path from the south. So GG's for RedBirdGrad. That is going to be a 126-22, and Ellendar immediately had enough.
I certainly can't blame Ellendar, but ladies and gentlemen, we go to a 3rd. You'll love to see it.
We love to see it. Our runners may have questions about it at this point. That was a doozy of a seed.
It most certainly was. That overworld.
Before our runners get in here, let me say a quick thank you to Gambit Dragon for sticking out in the long one and doing our tracking. That is greatly appreciated.
Absolutely. Some fine work here. Let's get RedBirdGrad here up in a moment. There's RedBirdGrad here in the commentator's booth with us. Congratulations, Redbird. You lived to fight another day, and you have knotted up this best-of-3 match at 1 game apiece.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. That was a rough seed. Very
it
rough.
most certainly was. Let's talk about that overworld, shall we?
Oh my gosh. I mean, when you're greeted by Wizrobes without a sword 1 screen away, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, most certainly is. But this ended up being a chain reaction seed, and you pretty much needed to find everything in the right order. Let's get Ellendar in here. Hang on.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Ellendar here in the commentator's booth with us. A valiant effort tonight, but it just didn't go your way, and this ended up being a chain reaction seed, as you probably figured out when you found that recorder in level 4, because Redbird found it quite early, and that enabled him to unlock the rest of the seed, because you had the raft, you had the red ring, and you had the Triforce all blocked by the Dig Doggers in level 1, and you had actually 3 Triforce pieces in all that were blocked by Dig Doggers. So that recorder ended up being quite vital in beating this seed. So more or less, this was a right order seed. And you also had to have the Power Bracelet and the Raft, because Power Bracelet guarded, I believe, level 8. The Raft guarded level 5.
Yeah, the next thing I was about to do was go reclear 1. Because somehow every single item in that stupid place, everything in the entire scene was Dig Dogger blocked. And when I found the flute was in 4 fairly close to start at the beginning, and I had just done all the other dungeons first, I'm like, well, I definitely didn't win this seed.
I will say this much, though, Redbird, after you had done your digging out of level 9 and you were not able to come up with the silver arrows, and I've talked about this in commentary many times, RedBirdGrad, the lack of keys in this case actually helped you finish the seed much quicker because you were key blocked in that level 8 to try to find the 2 items. By the way, as you probably might have figured out by process of elimination, it ended up being the any key and the Coast Heart container, but when you were blocked out of that, you went to 6, and 6 had your ticket. It had the goods tonight, and it enabled you to secure your victory.
Yeah, I would have definitely taken the any key and the co-star, but you're right. That's I was very fortunate when I walked into 8 because I mean, if you got 3 items outstanding, 2s and 8 and 1, you're gonna go to 8 every time. And not having a key walking in there and seeing that key door, my heart kind of sank. I thought I'd lost it right there, having to go to 6 to find a key, but fortunately the silvers were in 6. So.
It's just one of those things. You caught a huge break by that key block in level 8 because it filtered you into the right dungeon. You picked up a few keys along the way, so you were able to get that silver arrow out of level 6 and then just a quick shot back into level 9 to finish the job. But I must say, that game of trying to find the enemy for around 5 transport staircases before you found the first item. Typical level 9 luck, huh?
That was brutal. I found all 6 staircases, but yeah, 5 before I found the first one, then I found the 6th, and then the item. So I had the entire map at 9 if anybody wants it. I'm selling them $5.
Yeah, it was a 59 room level 9. It definitely lived up to its name. I mean, I'll tell you what though, this seed had no shortage of Patras and Digdoggers tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, luckily that once you got the ladder out of 3, you go get the wand and it made the cleanup of the Patras a little easier, but I left the one, there was I don't know which level it was, I left a Patra, I think 5. I was missing the Triforce out of 5 and had to go back, and I swore it was under the Patra, and then it was just a key under there. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta dig that one, and that was a rough Triforce to find.
Yeah, 5 definitely was a tough one indeed, but yeah, absolutely brutal overworld with Wizrobes and Darknuts, and they were both in the same screen together more often than not. It was just brutal. And then finding the wood sword, I mean, brutal on both sides. 19 minutes for you, Redbird. I think it was 23 minutes for you, Ellendar. It was nasty.
Yeah, the sad thing is, like, it was still another spot. I also couldn't get to the spot above the waterfall, and it was just like, well, both of these spots are absolutely awful. Which one do I want to try first?
Yeah, Redbird, you made some amazing plays to get there, and only to be penalized with a door repair penalty. It was just gross.
That's all right. It was the last check, so I knew I could up A after that, but I was doing a lot of candle boosting this seed, and honestly, I like overworlds like this because I know they're not in the dungeons, and so when you get the bow early and you can buy arrows, pretty much everything in the dungeons you're able to take out with the bow and arrow. So a lot of your seed in the middle was easy because of that, but yeah, getting started, and that wood sword swing screen was very rough for sure. But candle boosting saved my life.
Oh, it most
multiple times.
Did. Yeah, absolutely it did. Absolutely. It just well played for you tonight. I mean, great comeback after taking one on the chin in game number 1. So, yeah, and you fight to live another day. Ellendar, it's not over yet. We are coming down to the rubber game of this match. Winner take all. Winner will move on to the round of 16, while the loser, unfortunately, will be eliminated from the tournament. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun, and I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up being close.
Yeah, hopefully.
And chat's here for it.
I don't know. I've been facing RedBirdGrad a lot recently, and aside from this one, they've all been real good and close. So I'm excited. I'm excited for game 3.
Yeah, we're 2-2 now. I mean, he beat me 2 games to 1 in the weeks before this, and then now he's up 3-2. So yeah, I need one more just to tie you up, man.
Well, you don't have to set this in stone yet.
No,
but,
exactly.
Any thoughts on when game 3 would be?
Go right now. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's probably
we'll talk.
I thought about it, but no,
I know we can't do it tomorrow night. It'll probably be Friday or Saturday, the way our schedules are open right now.
Yeah. Just hit me up on Discord and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, for sure, man.
All right, fair enough, and we wish you both a nice fun seed to cap this one off where you really feel like you left it all out there.
Shake our fist at 8 Jin for this one. He rolled it, so.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, thanks for doing commentary, Trenton and Alaz. Appreciate it as always. And Ellendar, we'll meet up for sure soon.
Yep.
You betcha. And best of luck to the both of you in the third and deciding game of this match to advance to the round of 16. So great race. We'll see you again next time.
Chat, certainly hope you were entertained, because what more could you ask for on this one? The drama was high. The runners are fantastic. Great people. Make sure you follow them if you're not already. And thank you all for joining us. Please have a great rest of your night.
Well, before we say goodnight here on SpeedGaming, I do want to point out some matches that are coming your way tomorrow night, and 5 of them are scheduled on SpeedGaming already, starting with at 9 p.m. Eastern, Sidetown versus Dragon Dark. That is a game number 2. Then we have Homer J Smash versus Fried Teeth on SpeedGaming 2. That is going to be also at 9 p.m. Eastern. That is the third and deciding game there. I do not know what the situation is with Sea Falcon and Truant Gamer, because that one was earlier, so I do not want to spoil that. We'll move on to the next one. Random Effect versus Paratroopa. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern. No channel scheduled there, but if Game 3 ends up being not necessary, we might have it on Speed Gaming 3. Jay Coper and Big Slamu going to be at 11 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 2. That is the third and deciding game of that match. And then finally, we have game number 1 between JSR and Eat My Steel. That's also at 11 p.m. Eastern on Speed Gaming 5. So a lot of exciting matches coming your way tomorrow night here on the Speed Gaming family of networks. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. On behalf of our tracker, Gambit Dragon, for our 2 runners, RedBirdGrad and Ellendar, please make sure you give them both a follow. And for my commentator partner, Triton, I'm LOZ Cardsman23. Have a great rest of your evening, and we will see you again tomorrow night for more exciting round of 32 action of the Zelda Randomizer Tournament. Good night, everybody.